guys, this is Stephanie.
This is Andre.
And this is Table for Four, a family conversation podcast, live sessions at T44 Media Group production. How's everybody doing? Welcome to topics in the headlines, what's going on in social media, our thoughts and opinions on everyday issues, parenting, health, and everything else in between. So we want to talk about quick stories and updates for the week.
Yep.
So today we're going to be interviewing a previous podcast.
Tonight.
Well, tonight. Yeah.
Later on tonight.
So later on tonight, we're going to be interviewing a previous guest on the podcast, the Cardiartist. So he's going to give us an update on his latest projects and talking about his fundraising events. He was talking about how he's collaborated with other talented artists and how he's going to be telling us what's going on in his next upcoming projects. So he's going to update us on his life, on his health, and we're so excited to talk to him. Yep. And we're going to be releasing that episode next week. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah,
can you tell us a little bit more about the Cardiartist?
Well, it's my boy Danny. I grew up with him in Far Rockaway. Mm-hmm. You know, we had many years growing up together. We did a lot of stuff, and he was diagnosed with CHD, with congenital heart disease, mm-hmm. and he's had multiple surgeries throughout his years. And right now, he's using his creativity and art to bring awareness to the cause.
So that's super cool. So it's actually 1 year since we spoke to him the last. So it's really good to get another.
And his birthday's coming up soon too. So
yeah, so it should be fun. So if you see the Cardiartist, ready to go. Pretty cool. He sells merchandise and things like that. So we'll be sharing you with links and stuff like that later on in our episodes. So another thing we want to talk about real quick is the Grammy Awards. What about them? I totally forgot they were on. And the thing is here, okay, my honest opinion, we don't have cable anymore. So sometimes we don't have access to like live TV. And I think that's many other people that are on the same boat. But social media has now informed us of what's going on with the Grammys. Yeah. Miley Cyrus, Billie Eilish, Jay-Z, mm-hmm. Beyonce, everybody's winning awards. Congratulations. First
maybe
Grammy?
Country Music Awards or not. CMTs.
but congrats to them. I hope you guys enjoyed the performances. I didn't even see them, so. But anywho, so we want to talk about something really important to us, an important cause to us. It's this coming Monday, February 12th, is International Epilepsy Day. So this day, every second Monday of February, this organization called Cure Epilepsy is an organization that kind of helps celebrate and highlight some of the issues and the problems that people face, along with people that are diagnosed with epilepsy, those that have like the caretakers, the medical staff, things like that. So this kind of organization helps with fundraising, awareness, and things like that. Mm-hmm. So it's super important. So if you can share on this website, it's cureepilepsy.org. It talks about really great spreading awareness on social media. It talks about how 65 million people are impacted by epilepsy, mm-hmm. our son included.
Yep.
And 3-in-1 cases do not respond to medication. I remember that was something for us in the beginning that we went through like 2 or 3 different medications before we started to see like if there was any progress with that. So that is definitely one of those statistics that are very.
Yep. And then 1 in 26 Americans will develop epilepsy in their lifetime. And then you also have 3.4 million Americans that have epilepsy.
So it's a cause to try to do more research and find a little about more for their website. And they have other ways to set up a Facebook fundraiser. We're talking about maybe thinking about doing it. Usually for the month of November is Epilepsy Awareness Month. So maybe that might be something might be interested in doing it later in the year. So if you're interested, finding out more information about International Epilepsy Day, it's this Monday, February 12th. And if you definitely put hashtags, awareness, international hashtag, Epilepsy Awareness Day, and spread the word. All right. So we're going to talk about some funny stuff, some sad stuff, the regular stuff. You know how it is. We're talking in our live session. So the first thing we want to talk about is TikTok ain't got no more music for your trending videos. So apparently apparently, what's going on is that there is a big conversation, or a conversation that was had between Universal Music and their artists, saying that they're not they're pulling their music. So apparently there's a big controversy about they're not getting paid enough for the artists. They're not being compensated for their work. And a lot of the TikTok videos have
Have no music on
have
them
no
now.
music.
Yeah.
So like Universal is usually artists of like Lady Gaga, like Beyonce, BTS. So it's like any of those trending videos, they're like, well, we snatched it. Bye, gone. So a lot of the other concerns is with AI. They're trying to see like if AI is another issue in terms of replicating their music and, you know, copywriting and things like that. So Universal came in like big dogs. It came like, yeah, well.
Yes.
So yeah, but it's always about money. Everybody should be compensated for what they're, you know, what they need. But you know what it is, you know, it's also the thing about online safety. So it's like if people are using your work and you didn't give them permission to use it in the first place, that's another issue.
Yeah.
So
But it comes down to money. That's what at the end.
money, 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 money.
Yep. And I kind of agree with TikTok saying that, you know, we have a platform that millions of users use it, and they're able to find all these different types of music out there. You know, this is kind of like giving samples of their catalog. You know, so they're saying it's an open stream to broadcast for people to
I
even
call BS.
You call BS? Okay.
I call BS.
No, listen.
TikTok.
For somebody that doesn't buy music, I don't buy music. I stream music. Because if I hear a song that's in somebody's TikTok or
because
Instagram,
you're streaming it doesn't mean that you're not paying a service to access it.
Okay,
it's
but I'm paying $14.
Doesn't matter. It's the same.
I'm not here spending $14 on an album.
BS. You're still paying to have access to that music. Are you paying TikTok to have access to that music? So
TikTok is paying it.
So your
it's my
opinion's
gateway.
negated.
No, my opinion is it's my gateway to new music. So
bullshit.
It's not bullshit because when I'm on Instagram and when you click on the video, you can see the song in the bottom. So I heard through the reel, and if I like it, I'll go to it, click on it, see the name, and I'll go to Spotify or Apple Music, and then I'll put it in my playlist.
Because you have access that you pay for that song.
Like I said, having a contractual agreement with TikTok and UMG opens the door for other people to listen and go to them. You know, because it's all about what do you call it? It's all about what do you call it? It's about networking, right? So the minute one person hears this song, they're gonna put it on their playlist, and then they recommend it to somebody else. So it's just like a chain of events that happen.
I understand that.
But now, if UMG cuts that out, listen. But to me, it's just funny because now all you're gonna see is just people dancing in the background with no music. Just
I think you had a clip of that.
Yeah, so we got a clip here. Let's play the clip.
It's the sound of silence on one of the world's most popular social media platforms. TikTok is known for funny or elaborate dance routines set to all kinds of music. But now, those videos, some with millions of views, are awfully quiet, with angry comments asking where the music went.
It has me like a little bit scared about what the future holds.
Peyton Dunn is a TikToker who obsesses over and recommends new music to his followers.
My account is so focused solely on music. If more of the labels decide to pull out, then it will mean worse things for my account and my ability to cover music on TikTok.
This is all because TikTok and Universal Music Group couldn't agree on how much money artists should get when their music is played on the app. Universal represents thousands of artists from Taylor Swift to Nirvana. The company released a statement this week saying, quote, TikTok is trying to build a music-based business without paying fair value for the music, and adding that the platform is using AI to replace music by human songwriters and performers. TikTok responded with a heated statement of their own, saying that Universal has put their own greed above the interests of their artists and songwriters. Even though the music takedown impacts creators like Dunn, he says he supports the label's position.
it hasn't been a fair deal to the music industry. And they've built an app that is pretty much music first. So I do think they need to be paying their fair share.
Recordings by Universal artists appear to have been deleted from TikTok's library, while other videos were muted entirely. And for creators, big questions with no answers.
What is the place of music on the platform? Is this niche just gonna disappear altogether? Something that's been like so central to like the brand identity of TikTok, like since its like inception.
Chloe Malas, NBC News.
All right, so okay. Here we go. So now you're talking about how if it's a question about fair compensation, it was the same bullshit with the Actors Guild. How long were they in the fucking strike? How long?
Like almost a year.
Almost a year,
Yeah.
right? For them to be compensated for the work that they're doing. There's many screenwriters, actors, all these people that are behind the scenes should get paid accordingly.
I get both parties' side. I get UMG is saying.
Bullshit.
I'm saying I get you. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I get UMG trying to say, well, your millions of
This platform that
customers
you're on.
are using our parties or our clients' music millions of times a day. Pay us the royalty fee or like a percentage of it. Like a little, it's all about the stream counts now. It's not about album sales anymore. And people and all these artists are not getting compensated correctly because all these clauses in the contract.
And that's the tea.
That's the key.
I mean, I'm just saying. If they have the opportunity to be compensated, everybody should be given the right amount, given their credit, given their, they should be give them their fucking money. That's it. Give them their money. Give them their money. But on the next news, we want to talk about California. So we've been thinking about going to California for the podcast movement, but we decided to go in August. But now what's happening in California, they now have declared a state of emergency. So there's been a lot of flash flood warnings in Los Angeles. I'm surprised they even had the Grammys. Was it raining the whole entire time they were there?
I don't know.
Because there was a whole bunch of flash floods. They were
But this not in LA. It's probably other parts.
I mean, I'm not.
Oh, it says warning in LA, but it's
yeah, but there was some flash warnings in LA and things like that. But then these stories like this it reminds me of all the different things that happen in New York with these flash floods. They're talking about global warming. It's true, but here we are. But now they're saying there's an estimated $9 to $11 billion worth of damages. In property and the estate and things like that. And then it was 11 inches in 24 hours.
Dang,
That's
a lot.
That's a lot. You know what I mean? So now there were 3 deaths related to this storm. So I don't know if you want to have a clip about talking about what's going on in California. That's crazy.
Heavy rains from an atmospheric river caused dangerous conditions on the LA River. Look at that.
Remember when they had the freeze in Texas?
Yeah.
What?
But lately they've been having that. They don't know how to drive out there.
Texas or LA?
In Texas. Well, they know how to drive, but when it comes to like treachery conditions,
Treacherous
with the winter,
conditions.
when it comes to a little bit of ice, they all freak out.
I mean, you can't blame
can't blame
them.
them. I don't blame
You can't blame them. They're not used to that.
They're not used to having winter tires or
of
all
course.
season tires on their cars.
Of course. So we're just trying to figure out what is next for California. I think there've been talks about how they're going to be giving aid, and how are the residents trying to live with that at this point. But this is crazy at this point. I don't know what else. It's crazy. The weather, we playing games. Over here in New York, it hasn't been that bad. It's been great.
Well, not over here in Queens, but in the Bronx, we've had heavy rainstorms the last couple months.
Yeah, we have. But hopefully, what was it? The octopus? The octopus. The porcupine.
Which one?
What's the thing that Groundhog?
Oh, the Groundhog Day. Yeah, the Groundhog Day. Porcupine.
I couldn't think of it. What was his name? I don't know.
Sonic. or is it Puxafani Phil, whatever it's called?
Some fucking name. I meant to say Groundhog. They predicted 6 more weeks of spring.
Yeah, but then it was a hazy day, so of course he's not going to see a shadow. I was watching it at work live, and I was like, and it's funny because now you got to remember De Blasio, was it De Blasio? A couple of years ago, he picked him up and dropped the Groundhog,
I don't remember.
and he died. He died. He succumbed from his injuries. I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God. So it's funny because like when I was at work, we were looking at the TV, and I said, I think a Groundhog died. Didn't somebody pick him up and drop him? Like, yeah, it was De Blasio. And it happened like 10 years ago. And ever since then, now they have a glass enclosure that nobody's allowed to pick him up. Nobody's allowed to pick him up. So now now the Groundhog comes out, and everyone's all gathered around to see if he sees the shadow or not. Hilarious. It was hilarious. Let me see if I can find it.
Yo, that is hilarious. I'm over here trying to think of the name of this thing. What's his name though?
It's Phil.
It's like
Puxafani, Phil. I forgot the name of the town.
oh my god.
Sorry guys, I'm not. Here you go. Groundhog dies on Groundhog Day.
It says a groundhog in Kentucky died exactly a few days
No,
after.
no.
No, you got to put De Blasio. You got to put De Blasio. De Blasio drops hedgehog. No, is that not a hedgehog?
Not a hedgehog, the Groundhog.
Groundhog. I can't get the
See, De Blasio on dropping Groundhog that later died.
Yeah, click on it. Click on that shit.
Mayor Bill de Blasio dropped a groundhog at the Staten Island Zoo's annual Groundhog Day ceremony in February, and the Wall Street Journal was there. The animal squirmed out of the mayor's grip in front of dozens of shocked school children. A week later, the rodent died of internal injuries, according to zookeepers.
See, it's
but
injuries.
that death was not made a report in Thursday's New York Post, sparking outrage across the internet.
Outrage.
Some suggested there had been a kind of
She wants to laugh. Look at her. She wants to laugh.
that the groundhog
She wants to laugh.
wasn't Chuck at all, but actually a woodchuck by the name of Charlotte.
It is called a woodchuck.
So what you said?
I said porcupine.
Yeah.
No, it's not the same. Yo, he succumbed to his injuries.
So
Like, I feel bad for him. I feel not for De Blasio. I feel bad for what is it called? A hedgehog, a porcupine, a woodchuck. Okay, so it says, what's his name?
yeah.
Susani.
No, it says Puxa Tawani hit Phil. There you go.
We
now-
call him Phil.
Let me see. Was it this one? Oh, this one they picked him up. But the one in New Jersey, this one in
They
New
have
Jersey.
glass?
Yeah, he came out in a glass enclosure.
I can't.
The stage is set.
I found the video. Look, here it is. See, look. My man has an enclosure now because they don't want him picking him up. Look at that. Chuck, there you go. His name Chuck.
All right, there are a lot
Staten Island Chuck. There you go.
of excited school children.
Yay. So, which woodchuck are we supposed to
All right,
listen to?
what's happening? I hear clapping. We can know.
There he goes.
This is a male groundhog, or also called a whistle pig because
A whistle
they whistle
pig.
at their mates.
A whistle pig?
I
Okay.
think Staten Island.
Okay. We had enough about this story. Yo.
That is hilarious.
But yes, but now we're trying to figure out in terms of weather. Are we going to have an early spring? Who knows? We live in New York. Who knows? The weather's unpredictable, just like these people walking in these streets. So here we are. It is what it is. We're used to that. So just Toby Keith, country singer, 65, died yesterday from stomach cancer. So I definitely want to like go into that in another episode, talk about what are the causes for stomach cancer and things like that. What was his diagnosis and symptoms and things like that. But I just found it really really sad that, he was very young, 65, died of stomach cancer. So rest in peace, Toby Keith. So we want to talk about vitamins and powders. That is for our health news section for today. What vitamins and powders are you listening into or interested in taking? So, what is the first thing you want to talk about, my friend over here? So, if you see me in my cup, this is our power shakes we make in the morning. So, I mix what I mix. Everything's frozen. So, between dragon fruit, pineapples, mangoes,
Like fruit, vegetable
and kale or whatever is
Yeah.
fresh, kale or spinach. And then I put, let me see if you grab the powder from there. So, this is the one I've been using, Vega. Coconut. If you know me, I'm obsessed with coconut. So this is a plant-based vegan powder. And then Mr. Molina has been taking something called AG1.
Yep, athletic greens 1, AG1.
This is not a sponsorship.
No,
we
it's
would
not.
we would like to be sponsored. So if you see us, this is what we've been taking. So a quick breakdown on what are some important vitamins and minerals. So oh, here you go. So you always want to incorporate fruits and vegetables in your diet. Obviously, we can break down into the major 4 food groups, pyramids, things like that. But what happens is we have to see how does each vitamin work and how minerals are incorporated into your meals and things like that. So so I've been trying to research to do a little bit more. So I recently just took a nutrition class last semester. It was pretty intense trying to figure out all these millions of different vitamins and minerals, but always trying to figure out what some of the brands and what are some of the other companies that are offering different multivitamins.
And what is inside as their formula.
Right, in terms of like what's their
Yeah.
formula,
What ingredients are they using?
What ingredients are they using? Are you using pure things like that? So vitamins. There you go. Moving on. So, there's a lot of different companies that I've been looking into. So Ritual is one of them. A new company that I've been seeing is called Care of, C/O. That has comes with a prepackaged vitamin package.
What, 30-day supply?
It's like a 30-day supply. They come out little tablets and they're already pre-done for you. Like you don't have to think about it. Other companies are like Nature Made, Puritan Made, and Euro Plus. It's a new one I just recently I just landed on it just looking on my Pinterest page. And it's about your urinary tract health. So when you think about urinary tract, one of the main vitamins that you want to kind of mess with a little bit is cranberry. So cranberry has some antioxidants. That is something that's supposed to help and kind of promote to preventions of UTI. But it's something that I was just looking into, and I thought they had like this really great program that they offer you like a 30-day supply, just like all these other companies for vitamins and minerals. But again, we recently have been looking to see what other minerals and vitamins are more. So it's just that we have here for vitamins and minerals. Now, there's something that you can think about. When you're thinking about vitamins and minerals, you want to think about what's beneficial for your gender, which is a tricky topic. But we also want to kind of see what your body requires. So are you active? Are you non-active? Are you a vegan? Do you focus on you have any illnesses, any diseases? So there's many different things that you need for you, for your own needs. But some of the things like I would like to highlight is just like you want to incorporate a lot of things in terms of your food as well, because diet is just as important as your intake of doing other supplements and things like that. So these are not meal replacements, because I know there's other things that you can see in GNC and Target, Walmart, Amazon that they have like meal replacements. So, and the whey protein kind of that fucked with my stomach. So I don't know.
But you use whey more like when you're in the gym, you try to build muscle mass.
and I think like when we were training for FDNY and we were training for NYPD, this is before the kids, we were like messing with that stuff, and that messed with my stomach though. I really couldn't I couldn't deal with that too much. But I think incorporating more vegetables, more fruits into your diet, helping with incorporating your vitamins and minerals, supplements, and things like that is another step in another healthy direction for the new year. So we've been both trying to lose weight, but losing weight is not necessarily the issue. It's your diet. Diet is always going to be the issue, because we could work out at the gym, we could swim, we could run, we could do all these things, but if you're not eating properly, it makes no difference. So from AG1, on my perspective, I have been reaping the benefits with his energy, so that's a good thing. But I'm just trying to figure out what other vitamins we need. So definitely you need some vitamin A. You need a lot of vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. So a lot of these or that immunity is another thing.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, on top of the vitamins, all these vitamins that are in there, they're also using other ingredients like extracts from different fruits.
Right.
That give you energy. Right. So I've been using AG1 for like, I think a week and a half now, 2 weeks.
Today's Wednesday?
Yeah, it's been
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I already noticed a difference from 2 weeks ago. You know, so I feel more energized. I feel ready to come. It's weird. It's just like, but you know what? Like taking, because I haven't been going to the gym in time. And then I'm changing my eating habits now, little by little. I stopped drinking soda. I don't really consume that much sugar anymore. I barely consume sugar anyway.
Yeah, but again,
when
diet.
I drink coffee, I drink sugar. That's when I drink coffee. I don't drink coffee all the time.
Yeah.
But with this, like now I'm starting to feel a little better. I'm starting to drink a lot more water now. Like I said, I cut out soda, juices. I've just been drinking a lot of water lately. And I'm down like 6-7 pounds already.
Yeah. So that's the thing, again, like with any change of your regimen or your diet, always got to consult with your doctor first, because you can't be just changing up shit just because.
Right. It's a difference, because like when I was watching my reviews on AG1, and I was introduced to AG1, or we were introduced to AG1 when we went to the podcast movement in 2022?
23.
23. No. Not last year before, 2022.
Oh, yeah. Year before.
Yeah. So those were AG1 were some of the samples in the bags.
And they were just starting that company.
Yeah.
Literally,
So
like 2 years ago.
I was in a hotel room trying it, and I'm down with trying any vitamins or powder or anything. So, and this was like one of the products I first encountered 2 years ago, and I tried it, I tasted it, I loved it, and it tastes like matcha powder. So it has like this earthy taste to it, but I like it. And you can incorporate your powder into anything, pudding. You can make a smoothie out of it. I'm just finding out all these different recipes with AG1, but I just been drinking it with water.
Yeah.
And then just drink it other day.
Again, like anything else in terms of, promoting anything in terms of anything with your vision, your blood vessels, nerves, anything of that sense. You always want to make sure you're trying to contribute something for your health. Again, diet is always a big part of that. So if you have a chance, if you're looking into
something is better than nothing.
Yes, something is better than nothing. So in terms of like vitamins and minerals, you want to take a look at some of the charts that we have here. I got these really great charts from Pinterest, from other dietitians and other doctors that are specializing in diet, health, vitamins, and minerals. And it's also with my research with nutritional class with one of my professors. She gave us a great templates in order for us to use different things to kind of understand how we incorporating our diet, what are the things that we're consuming in our diets, and how to kind of keep track. There was another app that we used. It was called Chronometer, but I think you could get that on the App Store, but I'll send this in the